It's the moment you've been waiting for. Hello. Yo, what up? It's been so freaking long since I actually streamed. I almost, like, forgot how to do everything. Hello. Hi. Hello. 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 What's up, Facility? What's up, Reina? Drink of the day. Liquid IV. Watermelon flavor in the tumbler, in the, well, that's not a hydro flask, I guess, but in the little tumbler thing with some ice. That's because I've already had 2 Dr. Peppers today. So I was kind of debating. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do today because I had like an opening and I clicked go live and then like clockwork, pretty much. My dogs started barking upstairs, so I had to go see what was going on with them. But I mean, I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do. I thought about doing programming, but I think I leaned more towards doing art, doing some tile set stuff, because shockingly it's actually been just a little bit since I've done some tile set stuff. Kind of. I've been working on like actual enemy sprites and other things. Context World 1 is like, or I guess I should say Chapter 1. Chapter 1 is almost, and I say almost, it's like, it's basically feature complete. There's like a few things that need changing, but like gameplay wise, you can get from the beginning of Chapter 1 to the end of Chapter 1 with minimal to no jank. There's a few bugs I gotta work out with it still, but a few bugs and some cutscenes. Like cutscene and story pass is next, and then a bug fixing pass. So go live button looked real good, shinier than usual. True. It's basically like I don't like streaming when my family's home because they're loud. So I opt to like try and stream whenever it's just me home. And that's not really been possible recently because we've been having some home improvement stuff going on, and it's like it's the most. We're just having like our back deck was falling apart. And we needed to get it like fixed basically. Right? Especially before summer, because like when we have family over, they all like to go out and sit on the deck, and it was just not safe. Like there were some boards that were literally crumbling and everything. So overall, really not good. So we're trying to get it replaced, and it's a 3 or 4 day job that is for some odd reason taken almost a month now. So it kind of has me done, but I mean, it is what it is. So had to be done. It's just these guys are taking the most time. Guitarist X dodge attack bug, team dodge, those who know. That's true. It did get fixed. For what it's worth, I think it got fixed. I wasn't able to replicate it, but I think I know why it happened, and I think it was lag based, but I wouldn't swear to it. And I've been making changes to hopefully prevent that in other enemies that it would have been possible on. Like see, now I'm like, oh, maybe I should do game dev instead of art. Maybe I should. Like maybe I've got the programming itch. Maybe I will, actually. Should I? Is this? Hold on. Let's just see here. If I do programming, then it's going to be redoing the turn queue in battles. And like, I'd say I would work on Onslaught, you know, the 6-minute long unskippable music synced attack, but that's spoilers, so I can't do that. You remember when I made the glow tank picture with that 1 foot in the Discord channel? Yes, I do. Minecraft story mode gif of Jesse deciding between art or programming the game. That's, hold on, can I like pull up that gif? Minecraft story mode, Jesse choosing gif. Yes! There it is. Standard definition gif. Where's my download button? Or can I just save image as? It just works? Oh my goodness. Yeah, here we go. Art or programming. Art or programming. Honestly, like... Can I like... Where's my scenes here? Art or programming. I don't know. I don't want to waste too much time, but like, I think in terms of like doing the art, I need the like, what do I want to do specifically? And I don't think I have that. So maybe this is going to be a programming stream. Let me update the Twitch category real quick. We are going to software and game development. Boink. Updated successfully. All right. And then I need to... Let me make sure I've not got spoilery things open in Game Maker, because I'm bad about doing that, and then I have to deflect. Okay, now we're good. Alright. So, what I want to do is, and I'll like, let me run the game real quick. What I want to do is rework. Actually, I'll have to run an old version of the game because I've already like axed it out of the code. So let me open demo 4 here real quick. April Fools, you did a stream where Impui or any other boss just took over the stream. I've thought about doing something like that, actually. If any of you guys are familiar with Scott Falco on YouTube, here, let me... So, what I want to change is, this up here, like the turn queue at the top of the screen there. I want to add some extra functionality to that, and that unfortunately requires a little bit of a rewrite of the code, but ideally it'll let me do some more things about it. But to continue about the Scott Falco thing and MPUE stream takeover, he does this stream game, like where chat can interact, called Run HP. Alright? And, basically, you can use Twitch channel points and stuff to, like, help or hinder the speedrun. And there's like a health bar that would be like, kind of like, I guess we'll say on my stream it'd be like right here. And when that health bar hits 0, I have to end the run of the game. That would be fun to do, and I don't want to like directly rip off that idea because that's troll and lame. But I thought about maybe doing something like where, because I would need it to work across both platforms, both Twitch and YouTube, because I don't want to isolate one side of the community or like force someone to use a platform that they don't really want to use. I think it would be more like a vote kind of thing where, what do you mean we're missing an expression? What did he mean by this? Something's not right here. That scares me. I was thinking it'd be like a vote system, like where you could vote to help or hinder or something, and depending on like how many times one thing has been voted for, it'd be harder for the like repeat winner to win again. So like, say you vote for Impui to hinder the speedrun a bunch, or the game, or the stream, or whatever, right? After Impui wins 3 times in a row, Yui gets a buff to her rates. Like, she's like, a vote for Yui counts as like 25% extra or something like that. I don't know. Like, I would like for something like that to be a thing, but I don't know how how feasible it is, because it'd take a lot of work to set up, especially to make it cross-platform, like YouTube and Twitch, especially if it's like integrated directly into Angels and Demons, because then it's like, oh lol. Okay, so I guess maybe Game Maker is just geeked, because it says there's an error, but it definitely just compiled properly, so. But that works. Can you tell me why, though? Okay. Okay, well, actually, wait. It was a rare missing semicolon, because usually Game Maker doesn't care about semicolons. I also found out that I can increase the font size. So it will actually make it much more, I guess, watchable for, like, you, the viewers, if I do it like this. I do have a laptop. I found this out on my laptop today, because I was, like, doing this, upstairs waiting for, home improvement people to show up. Spoiler alert, they didn't. They dodged. Which is just strange that that's even a thing. But anyways, I was like working on my laptop doing this stuff, and I found out that I could make font bigger. So that's neat. Also, yo, what up, Amy? How's it going? How's it going? So, if I have this in here correctly, what I now need to do is do some sprite stuff. What did battle icons, that's what it's called. Battle icons. I think by default will be an enemy. And I don't think... Yeah, okay. Random emoji of the day, wilting flower, wilting rose. True. I'm gonna do a separate loop here, because I don't think I want the backgrounds to ever loop on each other. But I'm thinking optimization, basically. I don't really know how I want to structure it, because I feel like doing 2 loops will be slower. Like, I want to avoid doing that if possible. Maybe. I guess it wouldn't really matter. I'll only do 1 loop and just draw the background in here. Draw. Actually, we need color. By default, we're an enemy, so... let's see. If the current turn is what we're on, then this is make icon big. Make icon big here. That's the big. Otherwise, make it small. So if we have a type in here, if this is 0, this actually if it's 1, because we'll be an enemy by default. If we're top 1, this means we are a player, and we need to change this to be... Actually, I'm going to do 2 things here. Was it large? What did I name it? Oh, enemy small. There we go. And equals What do I want to do for the color? I guess we want green, so we'll make it lime. Hope I can watch the whole stream today. Big if true. I will probably be streaming for the next roughly an hour or so. I'm not too super positive, but like I think I have at the latest till 6 p.m. Eastern. So that's about an hour and a half from now. I don't know for certain. I wouldn't swear to it, but that's what I'm leaning towards, basically. So dude, I wish. That'd be awesome. If I could stream for the next 18 hours. I genuinely am kind of like toying with the idea of like waking up in the wee hours of the night and like streaming for 2 hours or something. My younger brother, he would stream, right? He would wake up like 2 hours before he would be doing school stuff, and he would stream for 2 hours like before anyone else in the house woke up. And I mean, he said it was fine. He just, the only thing was like most of his viewers were Norwegian, however you say that. Excuse my southern twang, but hey, a 24-hour stream would be crazy. I'd have to have some stuff lined up for it though. Let's see, do I have battle icons? Battle icon BG 0 XX blah blah. Scale angle, the color and the alpha, and then put in here, and you are BG small, you are sprite, so southern core. True and valid. Now I wonder, need to like modify the scale here, so actually we'll do underscore scale, my goat. Or no, we'll do this. Underscore scale. How did I do this in the other one? Let me see here. Ooh. This is like the most insane spaghetti code I think I've ever wrote, concocted, typed, however you want to say it. 'Cause, like, sometimes I'll be looking at my old code and I'm just like, why did I do this? Also, yo, what up, Science Yoshi? How's it going? How's it going? 9 to 11 a.m. in my country. Epic. Early morning stream. This, well, I guess I don't need to change this. That's the old function anyways. Let me look here. I'm going to just drop this. Like, I understand as a concept why this works, kind of. And that's that it just loops through this 64 slot array and rounds some stuff, but I don't remember how I added it into this, so no. Hold on just a second, folks. I am getting a phone call, so we're gonna go to a stretch break. Chat. I'm being so for real when I say this. Did I pause the music? Or did it just, like, hang? That's strange. Anyways, I'm being so for real when I say that, advancing, like, I literally advance story progression IRL anytime I sit down to try and work on this game. And I'm not even kidding. Like, no joke. Home improvement people, we're here. Cause like, okay, so over the winter, even though we took all the steps to, like, safeguard it, we have a pool, and the pipes that go into the filter, even though we emptied the pipes and everything, or so we thought, they froze and busted through the winter when it got, like, super cold around here. So, I totally forgot this guy was supposed to be coming here today, because he was supposed to come yesterday, and he didn't, I guess because it was Sunday. So, I'm so done. I mean, I could still stream. I could still stream because I told him, like, hey, look, I'm live streaming right now, bro. So, like, I mean, if you need anything, you know, let me know, but, like... But, my gosh, I was like... one of these days, I'm going to, like, tweak out. I'm going to crash out, and everyone's gonna know it. Anyways, back to deving. Let's see. I think I'm gonna, like, look into this sketty code here, I guess. I want to, like, hold on. I want to keep this consistent and not be lame. I'll just top it normally. Top it like a normal human being. There we go. It's turnover. Oh. I will enter my Jonkler arc. I gotta come out of this jacket. Ugh. I stepped outside and it's, like, actually hot now. But it's been, like, cold in my house all day. So, what I want to do here, I think, is, I feel like I can get around this by, like, pre-calculating it somehow. Because I really, like, I care about optimization, especially even more now. Because when I was, like, I was trying to do some testing on my laptop, and it was like I don't have a great laptop, you know, like it's a laptop. It's like a average at best laptop, right? And it can run the game at 60 FPS with no issues typically, but like it just feels like the top frame rate was like, it's just gotten lower and lower and lower, and I'm getting, like, worried. Like, I try and optimize already, but I need to do a little bit more. You want to know how I got this spaghetti code? Why so serious? I think... I mean, I could just keep this code in there, honestly. I just might need to do it somewhere else. So, wait, we loop through the beat signature? Oh, wait, never mind. This is infinitely more strange than I thought. Huh. Wait, no. Okay, hold on. Actually, this doesn't need to be here, but rather in here. Where is my step event? We'll put this... Actually, wait, this needs to be before the exit. Easter costume? No. I haven't had time to do any VTuber related things, unfortunately. Like, what time I do have, I've been trying to focus towards actually making game. So, can't get more spaghetti code than Yondev. I mean, I guess true. If you've seen some of Toby Fox's code, you might rescind that statement a little bit. Like, I seen one that was like, he was storing the previous 5 frames of position, like, for followers, and it was like this, x previous, alright? Like, this is how he stored it. It's like, it's honestly like bro was allergic to arrays. Or maybe it was like this. Yeah, I think it might have been like this. This is how he stored it. So, like, yeah, technically this works. It's just awful to look at. Like, no, please. I'm saying, like, technically it's true of Angels and Demons too, because me and Toby, we store room dialogue the same way. Like, this is the room dialogue. You know, like the unique dialogue between the player and Yui for each room in the game. I should change this. I want to change this. And I'll also probably have to change this because, like, eventual, like, translations. But, like, I just haven't yet because that's just something I want to do when I actually feel like doing it. Who needs a raise when you can do something objectively worse? True. So I'm going to do this here. This should... Actually, I'm going to do this after the state. Because if the size of any of these gets updated in here, it needs to reflect here. So... So now we can do Angels and Demons, Brazilian, Portuguese language option when. When one, make the game easily translatable, and 2, get the money to pay someone to translate that. See, that's kind of what gets me. I want to I would like to set up a Kickstarter or a Ko-Fi or something and just, like, stockpile some cheddar to eventually be able to do these things, or to pay for certain things that are just totally outside of my, like, skill set to do. And by those things, I mean, like, almost nothing, because I think about it and I'm like, nah, I could learn to do that. It might take me a little bit, but I'll learn to do it, right? So but, like, learning a language to translate it, that's something I probably could not do in a reasonable amount of time. So, not just translate, but localize, right? Because I don't want to do, like, a one-to-one translation, because that'd just be strange. But I'd like to eventually have the game localized into a few different languages, like, obviously Brazilian Portuguese is one of those. Japanese is another, because, like, I feel obligated, since the Japanese are the ones who made me want to make games in the first place, by technicality. You know, I kind of feel like morally obligated to do a Japanese translation / localization eventually. Let's see. Let me think with my mind. I know one of a friend of a friend. I have a friend of a friend, and, like, there's actually, no, not even a friend of a friend. Like, there's some people I know, like, that I am friends with, I guess, that speak Russian as well. Like, though I think they're more fluent in English than they are Russian, so it's like it's up in the air, I guess. Like maybe Russian, but I don't know. Like whichever there's a market for, realistically. Like if there's people who would be interested in it being localized, I'd be down to try and get it localized. And honestly, like about hopping onto a translation team, like if I decided to, like if I did have like a Brazilian Portuguese localization, right? I'd probably like definitely get some people who speak the language, like it's their native language or something, to play through and notice, like see if they notice any like strange phrases or spelling errors or something, because obviously it's not going to be me doing it at that point, it's going to be someone else. In that scenario, it is going to be someone who actually is fluent, and that's their job. Also, see you, Vexility. Thanks for hopping in. Have a good sleep. But like I would like, honestly, I'd like to know a little bit of the language just so like I can see if I'm getting like duped or schmeckeldorfed even, you know? So that'd just be something I have to like look into, but I know I'd be paying someone to localize it, and not like a $5 localization. It'd be like a big company that their whole thing is like, yeah, we localize to Brazilian Portuguese or Japanese or Spanish or whatever non-English language, because I think I can do that well enough, hopefully. The mega thread for spelling errors is evidence against this in the Discord, but anyways, enough of that. The next thing I want to do here is, I guess I want to handle this stuff in the step event. So do battle queue. We're gonna go through this list of stuff, and we are going to I guess we're gonna shift positions here. So ideally, the battle queue is going to be the same order as the battle characters. Reading all the spelling errors from the Discord so far. Thankfully, there isn't very many. And the ones that were there got fixed. But the fact that it was there to begin with was like... like, dang, he got me. A lot of it was like very troll things, like using it's with an apostrophe instead of without, or vice versa, and like misspelling quiet as quite, which like that one, like, I mean, I can see it happening, you know. Let's see. Rookie mistake. True. Now, if Game Maker had a spell checker in it, it'd be different. Oh, that's a 0. Let's see. We're going to... Let's figure some stuff out here. We want it to be in the center of the screen, so equals 480. Minus 1.6. Yeah, for sure. Wawa or Wawa equals... What did this equal before? I guess it's in the draw event. Battle queue, your... That's so strange. Why would I put it at 38? But okay, sure, whatever. What's that closest to? I guess 32, but then it's gonna clip things off. We'll do 48. Hold on. My mother is texting me. Okay. Very specific number. You would think. Except... the reason... Well, 38 was, like, weirdly specific. I don't know why I did 38 originally, but 48... I'm pretty sure if I go and look... Let's do battle icons. If I go in here... oh, these are 46. Strange. Maybe the background... Yeah, the background is 48. So... Yeah. That should ideally give it enough padding out of the gate, I think, but also... $38 times GUI scale minus HP UI. Wow, what is this going to be set to? Do I just, like, make this go to, like, some crazy strange value? No, it goes to 0. I think. Awesome. I'll just leave it at that then. Where did it... My code? Oh, I put it up here. That's where it went. Okay, so I want to offset these by where we are in the turn queue. So I think the way I want to do that is, let's see. So the center of the screen should be the current turn, right? So current turn, center of the screen, of course. We do minus, we'll do 64 times. Now let me think about this for a second. If whatever position we're at, if we take the current turn and subtract it, we should get a negative number, I think. I guess we'll find out. And then it should always be 48 unless otherwise specified, which that I get. Oh, yep, that's multiplied by this. So where does the HP UI stuff happen? That's in the pause menu. Okay. Wait. So this curve. Okay. Spaghetti code. Oh lol 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 lol. Ah, okay, so we're going off of this. If there's a menu or we show player info, then what does this do? So we're gonna move right. We end at what? We end at 0. So yeah. This needs to be... I lost my code again. He burnt my shake. Oh, that's because I'm in the step event. Plus HP UI. So this will take it off screen whenever we do some animation. I hope she made lots of spaghetti. I can't hit the Hotel Mario Luigi, unfortunately. I wish I could. It'd be so awesome if I could. All right. So technically, I think this will work now. I don't know. Do I launch the game and find out? Please don't crash. Yeah. Like, I think what I can do is I can hit TV show Luigi and Hotel Mario. Like, but not TV show Mario or Hotel Mario Luigi. Let's just unlock everything and go here. Show me a battle queue. Okay, well, we already got a crash because I've done something incorrect in here. Where's my freaking code? Cool. That's because I didn't all caps it. Awesome. So, I'll walk through. If we... Oh wait, this needs to be like this. If we want to hide the GUI, we don't do anything. If we're less than -64, we don't do anything. And then we do things. And it's just draw the sprites. No more math happening in here, except for this, but it's very minimal math. Math that has to be done here, I guess. Unless I like bake it in the step event, but like... Hopefully it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna have to take a data performance profile and go through and optimize a bunch of stuff. You know what they say. All toasters toast. You know what they say. Where there's smoke, they pinch back. And let's go here. Let's do this. And let's do this. I gotta remember not to instinctively hit Q and then go to the super spoilery boss fight. Oh, it crashed. Trying to index a variable which is not an array. Are you be so for real? It's not? Spoiler jump scare. Honestly, yeah, like I don't want to accidentally spoil this boss. All right, like the 6-minute long unskippable music synced attack, right? I could technically do that. It's like no matter which direction I go, like if I go to the presets of the battle tester, like I can only go up to Imp Yui because that's not spoilers. We know Imp Yui exists. But if I go down, then World 1 spoilers, Chapter 1 new stuff spoilers. If I go past Imp Yui, then it's unskippable, like 6-minute long music synced attack spoilers. So, let's see, where did this was beat signature. Whatever do you mean it's not an array? Hopefully the game will be more optimized at this point and, like, doable. Because I will actually have to put some kind of, like, desync check code into this somehow. Because if it gets desynced, it's going to be bad. Like, really, really bad. This is debug stuff down here. Don't want to spoil that stuff. Let's see. Where's my freaking... Here we go. This will work. Right here. What did I just call this? Update. Big Sig? Beat Sig. I didn't even notice. Sounds terrifying just because of the desync. Yeah, I want to avoid the desync. Like, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to, like, actually figure out what the minimum requirements are to run the game, and I would like for those to be lower rather than higher, you know? I definitely think that there's some things I could do to optimize the game even further. It's more just, like, determining if the issue is, like, game maker side or my side. So, let's see. Update beat signature, and then we'll go in here. And Actually, after all this stuff is done. Yeah. Update beat signature. And we force it, and now it should do the things. And if it doesn't, then I'm done. But yeah, it's really strange that, like, during the praise streams, how it actually, the way it desynced was very strange. Because it felt like, it seemed more like, it was a, I guess, like a processor not having enough cores kind of issue for some reason. Okay, no, it did still crash. Strange. Did I name that wrong? Is that what it was? Huh. Speed up the charts when there's lag. Well, you see, it does that already. What desynced wasn't the charts, the actual audio engine desynced. Which is not something I have control over, funnily enough. Like, because I've actually opened the rhythm game stuff right now. Everything, that, like, where it matters, like, so the rhythm game counts as a music syncable object. So if I could go into the metronome, what that does is it actually will go through the code and it will force it to execute stuff and line up properly. It's actually, as far as the game is concerned, it was synced up. Like, code-wise, it was synced. But since I have no way of tying the code to the audio engine, because, like, normally the audio doesn't, like when the game lags, normally the audio doesn't lag with it, right? Basically, it feels like it was a game maker's thing, basically. Like, I don't necessarily think it was a me issue, but it literally, it gets the time that the game has been running in microseconds and compares the values to make things sync up visually and code-wise, right? So I genuinely think it was actually the audio engine somehow, like, getting desynced in that regard, which is why I would like to, if GMRT, the new compiler stuff, is out before Demo 5 is ready, I would like to see if that fixes this, because supposedly, and I've seen conflicting statements on this, GMRT, or Game Maker Runtime, whatever their new compiler is, they supposedly let you pick and choose the things that you need, and it also supports multi-threading, and all I would want to do, basically, is move certain music synced things and inputs onto the same processing line as the audio. And I don't know how doable that is. I feel like it's doable because games like Osu exist. And the whole thing about the new development version of Osu Laser, is that it's like, hey, we're multi-threaded, so even if you're lagging, your inputs will line up properly. Also, see you, Science Yoshi. Thanks for hopping in. Hope you enjoyed. But it's like, it feels like it's something I don't have control over, unfortunately. I would like for it to be the case, because if it's something I have control over, I want to fix it, you know? But unfortunately, it's just going to have to get to a point where I figure what the minimum PC requirements are, I guess, and, like, slap that somewhere, because as it is right now, if you go to the Steam page, I think, let me see what I put down there. I probably just put my laptop specs. Yeah, dual core processor and AMD Vega 3 or power equivalent, and that might not even be true. It might need quad core. I genuinely don't know, because I don't remember how many cores my laptop has. I think it might be a quad core, but like, I was able to play through on my laptop at the base resolution with lighting disabled and, like, get like a minimum benchmark there. Of course, this might change. There might just be some like crazy thing that I can do that just allows for infinite extra processing overhead or something. It could also have been where you were screen sharing on Discord and it just trying to like have to like where it has to hook into the display buffer to actually share screen. That could have been overloading it. Unless the lag happens when you're not screen sharing or recording or something, and then I'm done. Then it's like, I don't know. There is always accessibility options, and I hope it doesn't come to that, just because it's like, that's such a big chunk of the game that's gonna get knocked out, you know? Unfortunately. So why, wait, this is strange. Very, very strange. Because it's like, oh, a variable which is not an array. Why are you not an array? You should be. Oh, shoot, wait. No, it isn't an array. It's literally staring me right here in the face. What did I do for this code? I'm gonna be sick. What is it that affects the scale? Beat scale. Beat array. Where does that even come from? The metronome. Oh shoot, that's what that comes from. You wouldn't believe how many times this happens to me. Okay. What? Where does this even get used at? Genuinely. Okay, wait, I think I understand. Hold on. So this doesn't matter. This does, and this is the size of this. So... But that doesn't explain why it just never gets used. Huh. How strange. Wait a second. Oh. I think I understand. I think this is proper. I think. I'm pretty sure this, like, I think it all clicked. Metronome has like an array of like every note, and it'll like trigger, it'll fire off. Or every step, I guess. 64th or whatever. And then the beat number, that gets defined based on the length of how many enemies and players are in the battle, and we divide that and round it. It's like, hey, are we on this note? Okay. This might not even work anyways, but we'll find out. Did I unlock everything? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Doable. Doable. Lol. Okay. I need to add an extra thing into this. Let's see, add to battle queue. We need a scale in here. And our scale is 1. So I guess this would also just be 0, since this is already, yeah. I'm kind of making this spaghetti, but I know I set it to 480 here, and I guess that's technically more proper. The X coordinate, yeah, because I want to make modifications to it in post. O scale, the lesser known cousin of the O beast. Banger. Where's my step event? There's my step event. Okay. Scale. There we go. Now the scale should properly do things. Because we kind of like, in here. I see. That's why I keep missing it. Draw, battle, queue. The scale will now reflect being on the beat, I think. If I take this and move it out here. Where's my step event? We'll do this. Scale plus equals. And we should have these exposed elsewhere now. This should work. And we'll always check ahead of time if we should even do stuff like this properly. So the reason I'm reworking this, I think I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, but I don't think I went into detail. I want to have like some more flashy effects go off with the queue, as well as being able to like show a cursor or like a selector or something for where you're selecting, basically. Like, because you might get into a battle, I'll give an example of this here. You might get into a battle that has like 3 glutlets, right? Well, that's not right. You might get into a battle that has 3 glutlets or something, right? And you don't know which one is which. So you want to figure out, like, okay, which one am I attacking when I select here? Like, have the turn queue stay up here, but like have a cursor show like which one specifically. Like if you want to knock out one that has more turns, like say there's an enemy that has more turns later on or something like that, and you want to take them out first, you should be able to know which one that is without having to guess, right? And so on and so forth. Or one that's like moved to the front of the turn queue for arbitrary reasons, like it was the one that got the drop on you outside of the battle or something. So let's see. I actually need to do this. Let me structure that differently. Yeah. Do that. And in here, we missed some things. No. In here, we missed some things. No. Where's my freaking code? There's my freaking code. Yeah, that's what we missed. These need to line up. 3 glutlets and the ghost glutling. True. Oh my gosh. This, I gotta just close everything. It's driving me insane not being able to find it. Draw, battle, queue. Yes. Full screen, get this out. It's true, I'm live. So I need that, and I need my battle manager. Where's my battle manager? And step event. I guess I will make this 38 because, like, that was too low down. It felt too low. Victor Frankenstein when seeing his creation rise. So true. Skull emoji. Typed in the wrong text box. Generational blunder. Hum. Oh, I set these all to 0. No wonder. Well, actually, this one doesn't matter. That's the background. That should update properly now. And then I need to actually, let's see. Where does this actually happen at? I think this only happens in, like... Okay, that's proper. That's the function. Let's go. Attack on Titan! We need the enemy ID. We are top 1. Usually, we're top 1. We are temp enemy, and our ID is B character number, and we're going to increment that. That's what I'm forgetting. No wonder the queue didn't look right. Alright. In we go. This time it'll work for sure. Right? For sure. Oh, it's reversed. Oh, the icons aren't right either. Oh. He also doesn't do the beat. Ooh, okay. Good to know, I guess. Why doesn't he do the beat? Is he stupid? Maybe. I think actually it is me being stupid. So actually, I'll try, let's do this. Get cur note. If these are equivalent. I don't need the manas there anymore. I don't think. I might just be making this objectively worse code. I don't need these. Those are gone. I guess I kind of have to keep that. Strange. I read Drawing Kaguya, and then I immediately just heard like, based, it's awesome, it's cool, whoa, in my mind. Drawing Kaguya right now, and I've drawn so many people with the exact same hairstyle that it feels weird to draw someone without that singular hairstyle. That was me for the longest time with main character's hairstyle. I used to just do that for like any character I would ever draw. Maybe this needs to be Mana's. I think it does need to be Mana's. And I need to know what is going on in this load battle player, because this is being very silly. Let's see. That's strange. Let me collapse this. What do we got here? Dude, I'm always welcome to see fan art of any kind. I love it. Like it's so awesome. Like random fan art will drop occasionally and then I'm just like, oh my gosh, them! It's them! It's the guys! I lose my mind every time. It's awesome. What is going on here? My creatures! It's true. It's true. Oh wait, it's because I freaking did it backwards. Type 0 is player. Which means... I need to do this. Type 1. I want to make players the default, I guess. Maybe. So we're going to be checking this anyways. We should just override it. Don't need to redeclare it. So if we're of type 1, we're an enemy. Ah! Lol, 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 lol. Oh, lol, lol. Now it should work. I hope. Unlock everything. Get me out here. Wait. There we go. Hey, show up. Oh, it's so much more fluid. For some reason. Well, I'll be leaving a bit, but I'll come back if you're still going to be streaming by then. I hope so, but I do not know how much longer I do have to stream. I probably only have about 20 minutes, unfortunately. Unfortunately, but... Killer Queen jump scare, true. I don't think this background was normally lime. Doesn't feel correct. And it's also backwards, so I think I need to invert the code. Idiot hair like an ahoge. Those who know. And a Hoge is canon. Let's see. What's the name of it? SPR Hoge? Yeah, it's one of her equipables. Yeah, I think it gives her more defense. Let me see. Let's init items. Oh gosh, it's humongous. Hoge. Yeah, right here. An unfortunate cow lick of the hair. Kaguya will act intentionally dense. Increases defense by 20, but decreases moxie by 30. This is the House MD reference. Are you being intentionally dense? Huh? Like, all of her equipables are, like, technically references a little bit. Other than the expansion chips, that's just, like... You could argue Nintendo 64 expansion pack, but... Sailor Shirt is Lucky Star, and I am a fake fan. I've never watched it. I just see the characters on Twitter all the time, and I think they're cool. And I like the opening to the anime, so... that's a reference to that. Because, like, one of the English versions that someone made of, like, of the opening, I don't know if it's directly translated or if they just did that. But they're like, oh, it's like the skirt's like a few centimeters too long or whatever. So epic reference. The same with the collar and the shoes. It's just like we've all seen the anime girl with a piece of toast that's late for school. So there's a few more in here. Where's her other ones? Let's see. Yeah. So obviously a rose to replace the flower is another one. Solar panel attachment, which is technically like bonus because I think it's lore that I don't know if I've made it lore in game yet, but I like to say that it's lore that Kaguya's hair is like ribbon cable solar type stuff. She also has a daisy that she can equip. Daisy chain reference. She has the retro flower that goes all 8-bit. So the Gakuran jacket and the shoes that go with it is technically a Jujutsu Kaisen reference because I based it off of the outfits they wear in that. So internally, they're Jujutsu jacket and Jujutsu shoes. And then the light tie and button up, that is a reference to Light Yagami because a lot of promo art for Death Note was he's wearing like a white shirt and a red tie. And then the like there's potato chip crumbs on it. That's I take a potato chip and eat it. And then the actress skirt is a reference to Misa Amane from Death Note as well. So internally, Misa boots. Epic reference. Yippee. I'm a little bit of a weeb. Only a little bit. There will be more. Oh, this is not a variable anymore. Whoops. The screen face thing Kaguya has work again. Is it like all around the head? It's ambiguous. Kind of, yeah. Like, it's basically her face. Let me open some Kaguya stuff here. It would basically be her face, I guess, just all around her face. So like when she goes into her saber, it kind of like turns off and wing. It's technically an OLED screen with burn-in, all fancy like. So, oh wait, you can't see Aesop. Whoops. I was like, oh yeah, they can just see everything I can see. Yeah, this stuff. She got a cool AMOLED screen that also works like a CRT because of silly. But you can see there's some burn-in because you can still see her makeup, even though it should technically be the other way around because that's darker colors and that's less likely to burn in than the white colors are. It's like a tech sin basically. So, but yeah, it's basically screen all around, but one thing that I want to kind of emphasize that just doesn't get conveyed through the pixel art with Kaguya is, like, no matter what scale she's at, if she was like HD, right? Like, say she's not pixel art, she's still gonna look like this. The other characters could look like full-on, like, anime art style, real, like, photorealism or something. She's still going to look like this, right? Her face is still going to look like this kind of chibi kind of face, right? I don't have a way to convey that properly through the game yet. That's a World 4 thing in the dating sim, probably. But, yeah. She's always gonna look like this. She's always gonna look like a goober, basically. Okay, back to Game Maker. So I need to now go here and add that instead of subtracting it. Always look pixelated. I mean, that's also funny too. Like, that would be funny. But in my mind, the way I think of that is like the movie Pixels. Like, she would be like, she'd be so retro. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Oh, goodness. It would be so bad. Okay, now it's the correct order. That's good. Adam Sandler meets Kaguya in Chapter 4. That's so true. Boing. Dang it, it doesn't remove them from the queue. Oh, ho, ho, lol, lol, lol. Actually, because I didn't update it yet. Oh, and it's not beat synced. Oh, no. I'm literally about to, like, just revert to the old code. I'm being so for real when I say this. If you ever wonder why Angels and Demons take so long, this is why. It's because I think I know how to do something, and then it ends up taking like a million bajillion years, because apparently I don't know how to do the thing. Let's see. Let's do that, and let's do something uber specific here. Should be checking this each frame. So I'm doing something wrong. Okay, wait, actually strange? At least I'm not programming under a time limit. See, that's the thing, is, like, I was for a little bit. Like, Demo 3 and Demo 4 were under a time limit. And that's why there's so much scuff with both of those. Because I wanted those suckers done in time for Paperverse Direct. Now I don't really have a time limit. Like, I do. It's that I want the game done, right? And the sooner I get it done, like, the sooner people can play it, right? But, it's like, I kind of like, if I could like like everything goes perfectly, everything goes exactly how I want it. Like, I lock in like each day, I'm able to work as much as I want to each day. Demo 5 could be done very quickly, I think. But I keep getting hit with like bruh moment after bruh moment after bruh moment that just like has me done. I'm in crash out territory almost, which is not good. We do not ever want to be in crash out territory, but I am. I think I need to, I'm gonna decrease the spacing between these to like 48. And I'm skipping this song. Yeah, Paperverse is cool. They aren't doing a direct this year, unfortunately, I found out. I mean, I kind of figured they weren't, because usually we would have heard about signups in December. So, but there was not, unfortunately, for this year. So I guess everyone's just kind of like on break for this one, since like they've been kind of like on the decline, unfortunately. But and then there's also like there was some internal debate on like, hey, what's a paper game? Because we can't all come to a consensus on it. So it's like, I think on the back burner for now. But like the definition of a paper game had been very loose to the extent that like when people did watch the direct, they were like, how is this Paper Mario? So it was like kind of too loose. Now granted, like I say I'm a paper game, like Angels and Demons is a paper game, you know? It it's more of a Mario and Luigi game if you think about it than it is a paper game at this point. Right? The only Paper Mario influence it has at this point is the overworld stuff being vaguely similar to Super Paper Mario's. So that's about it. But yeah, it's definitely more Mario and Luigi than Paper Mario. Originally, way back when, it was like a Super Paper Mario clone. Like it was 1-to-1, pretty much. Mine is the 3D flip. It was like Super Paper Mario if its platforming was somehow worse. For perspective. But, yeah. It's strange. Let's see here. I guess I need to change this. But this feels right, like... This would be 64 divided by however many people are in the battle, and then multiplied by what position in the loop we're at. So technically you don't begin to have problems with this system until you get to where there are more than 64 characters in a battle, which you shouldn't ever. If you do, then like the game's probably gonna like freak out. Oh wait, I know why it's freaking out. We might just be skipping over it in the frame. So I guess I do have to use the beat array. Oh, whoa, hold on. Metronome. Is that even in here anymore? It should be, because it's just worked. Yeah. Oh, that's... Do we do anything with that? We do. Okay. Cause this gets updated outside of the loop, doesn't it? Ooh. Strange. Oh, duh. It's in the music object, not the metronome. I forget that they're two separate freaking things for some reason. Ugh. Yeah, it gets set and then it does things. There's a better way of doing this, I'm certain. Oh my gosh. Wait. Wait, was it synced? Excuse me. Why is it just skipping over the... What the freak, dude? I gotta just be missing something, right? Surely. Scale, 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 scale. It really does. Like, I literally seen... Oh, wait a second. Wait, no, that won't make a difference. I seen a post a while back that was like, making a video game, like, you are literally, you have to force it to exist, and it will fight tooth and nail to make sure it does not exist. Right? Quite literally. What am I missing here? My gosh. It's gotta be something I'm just like glossing over. Let me like zoom out here and sig. Maybe I should change this to be the size of the... Let's do battle queue. Making games like nursing a very angry animal back to health. Yeah, except like instead of it just being like, you know, malnourished, you have to like build it. You have to like piece together every bit of the animal beforehand too. Like you have to literally build the animal from scratch. Somehow. Like you can get a head start if you use an engine. We'll say an engine is, you get the head start of having like just a simple like angry malnourished animal that you got to nurse back to health, right? But if you make your own engine, like say I've got Game Maker, right? I didn't make my own engine because I'm not that insane yet. But if you're making your engine from scratch, like you're playing God at that point, like not in a good way, like like, well, I say not in a good way, like there is a good way to play God. There's not. Except be God himself, and none of us can do that. Can I get an amen? But, like, games do not want to exist. They really do not want to exist. At all. Ever. And that's real. Like how bigger games actually get properly made, like sometimes like when I think of a game like Fortnite that's just unfathomably massive, right? When I think of Fortnite, like I'm just like, how do they even maintain this game? Like it is an enigma at this point. Like how does it even function? You know? Because they've got so many characters in that game. Like, granted, they're all just skeletons on a specific... or models on a specific skeleton. But also, like... there's so many things that the game does that it's just like, how does it even work? Right? Like... And now they've got like multiple games baked into it now. Like you got Fortnite, you have Fortnite Festival, you've got Fortnite Ballistic, you've got Rocket Racing. Rocket League is apparently coming to Fortnite soon, like it's just going to get merged with the game or something like that. I don't even know how. And I don't know why this isn't updating, but it just ain't right. Maybe I'm missing something in here. It genuinely is. Like games like Fortnite, like on a scale, is like incomprehensible. Like I feel like Fortnite will hit a point that is too big to maintain almost. It has to be a licensing nightmare as well. Like all the licenses and stuff you have to juggle and like get companies to sign, like, hey, like you signed this contract for us to use this character, like then we get to use this character across any of our future modes, our existing modes, and it is indefinite for the length of Fortnite as a game, as a platform. Which, I mean, at this point, you just have to be Nintendo to not want your characters in Fortnite, I guess. It's like, they're the only ones. Genuinely. Because they wanted it, actually, that's not even true. They wanted to have Samus. Like, Epic Games wanted Samus in Fortnite, but Nintendo wanted it to be console exclusive. And Epic said, no, can't do that. And they're like, okay, no Samus. So, it's like GTA 5 and Super Mario merging into one game. Honestly, like, it's incomprehensible. I'm kind of lost here. I am quite literally lost as to why this is skipping over at this point. Maybe it should have been an art stream. I'm literally gonna have to reference this older code too, anyways. See, I did do something different, didn't I? I'm gonna have to, like, I'm literally gonna have to dive into it, like, lock in total focus, look at this stuff, or something. So, I think that is unfortunately where I'm gonna have to leave off stream today, because I'm about out of time. So, for everyone who stuck around to watch, thank you very much for doing so. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check the description or the little Twitch panels down below to join the Discord, play Angels and Demons if you're interested in this, and follow me on my other socials. But yeah, that's about all I've got. Again, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.